Open up, police! I froze, cereal spoon halfway to my mouth. My mom turned pale. What did you do? She whispered. Nothing, I said. I didn't do anything, but the door slammed open before I could even think. They rushed in, shouting my name, grabbing my arms. What the hell is going on? I shouted. You're under arrest for possession with intent to distribute. What? Are you insane? I don't even smoke! They didn't care. The cuffs clicked shut. My mom cried. Neighbors stared from their porches as they dragged me out. At the station, I kept asking, why am I here? An officer tossed a file in front of me. That your girlfriend's car? Elena's? Yeah. Trunk full of pills. Bag has your fingerprints. That's impossible. She already gave a statement. What statement? She said she borrowed the car from you. Said you must have put the stuff there. I laughed, a dry, bitter sound. She's lying. She looked real scared, the officer said. Cried for 10 minutes. Elena cried? No way, he shrugged. That's what the judge will decide. In court, I saw her on the stand. She looked perfect, hair down, voice soft like a wounded angel. I don't know how the drugs got there, she said, eyes filling with tears. Aiden let me borrow the car. He must have. Elena, I yelled. Tell them the truth. She glanced at me once, then lowered her eyes. Mr. Thompson. Judge Patel slammed the gavel. One more outburst and I'll hold you in contempt. I didn't do it, Elena, I whispered as I walked past her. Why? I'll fix it, she whispered back. Just wait. But I didn't get to wait. 5 years, the judge said. My knees buckled. 5 years? I breathed. For something I didn't do. Evidence is strong, my lawyer muttered, not meeting my eyes. My mom screamed. He's a good boy. He's never even... They pulled her back. Elena! I shouted one last time as they dragged me away. But she was already gone. You writing her again? Rye asked, watching me fold the letter. Yeah, I said. She has to reply eventually. She won't, he muttered, tossing a rubber ball at the wall. She's gone, man. No, she's just scared. Guilty, maybe. She said she'd fix it. He chuckled. You really believe that? She loved me. Then why ain't she here? I didn't answer. I sealed the envelope and handed it to the guard. Elena Hart, same address. That's like the 10th this month, the guard said. I know, I replied. Back in my bunk, I stared at the ceiling. She'll write back. She won't, Ray repeated. You don't know her. He shrugged. I know, silence. Days passed, then weeks. Mail call became a ritual. Nothing for you, Thompson, the officer would say. Always the same. Empty hands, empty heart. I asked my mom about Elena during our calls. She doesn't return my texts, Mom said once. She blocked me, Mom. What? I tried reaching out. Her numbers changed. Socials wiped. She wouldn't block you. She did. Click. Call ended. Next week, Mom didn't show up for visitation. She's probably just tired, I told Rye. Maybe, you said she'd come. She said she would. You've been saying that for a month. She's sick sometimes. Ray looked over. You okay, man? I'm fine, but I wasn't. I couldn't sleep. Nights stretched like wounds. I kept writing. 20 letters, 40, 60. Some short, some angry, some begging. You still writing? Rye asked one night. I nodded. Maybe she's not getting them. Maybe she's trashing them. You think she's forgotten me? He sighed. No, I think she erased you. She said she loved me. So did mine. Guess where she is now? Married. 2 kids. Elena's not like that. You sure? No, I whispered. I wasn't. 3 months in, I got a letter. I tore it open. It was from my lawyer. I tried contacting Elena for testimony, it said. No response. I crumpled the paper. Who's it from? Rye asked. Not her. You ever think maybe this is your life now? I stood up. Shut up! I'm just saying, I said shut up! Rye didn't speak again for a while. That night I cried silently. Face in the pillow. Fists clenched. The guard passed by. Everything all right in there? I didn't reply. 6 months in, I stopped writing. What? Giving up? Rye asked. I'm done begging. Good, I just want to know why. She used you. No, I said. She loved me. Rye leaned back. Love don't frame you for a felony. I looked down. I believed in her. Yeah, that's the problem. Another month passed. I got a call, but it wasn't my mom. It was the hospital. She's not doing well, the nurse said. Stage 4. She didn't want to worry you. My knees buckled. Why didn't she tell me? She said Elena handled communication. What? Elena blocked us from contacting you directly. Said it was for your mental health. I hung up. Ray stared. What happened? She kept me from my mom. Elena? Yeah, he nodded slowly. Now you believe me? I sat down, eyes burning. She didn't just abandon me, I whispered. She buried me. I was in love with the lie. Rye didn't reply. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. All I saw was Elena's face, the one she wore when she lied. Yo, Thompson, Rye called out one day. You might want to see this. I looked up from my tray. What is it? He pointed at the common room TV. Channel 6, that your girl, right? My heart stopped. There she was. Elena, smiling in a red dress, standing beside a man twice her age. And here we have Senator Vaughn arriving with his new girlfriend, Elena Hart, the anchor said. Rumors of engagement are heating up. I couldn't breathe. Turn that off, Rye didn't move. You seeing this? I said turn it off. Another inmate grabbed the remote and switched the channel. I sat down. My legs felt like concrete. She's with him? Looks like it. A senator. Big step up from me, huh? I didn't respond. She's doing real fine without you. I clenched my fists. She said she'd fix this. Rye raised an eyebrow. Guess she found someone richer to fix it with. I shoved my tray away. You all right, man? No, I said. No, I'm not. Look, it sucks. But you can't let this eat you. She left me in here and ran into his arms. She didn't trip and fall into his limo, bro. She planned that. I believed every word she said. Rye shook his head. You gotta stop waiting on ghosts. I stood up. I'm done waiting. Yeah? Yeah. That night I didn't write a letter. Instead, I stared at the ceiling, fists tight, chest burning. She was smiling on TV like I never existed. She used me, I whispered to myself. She used me to wipe her slate clean. The next morning, I went to the yard. Didn't talk. Didn't sit. I just ran. Laps and laps until my lungs burned. You trying to kill yourself? Rye asked. No, I said, panting. Trying to feel alive. You're weird, man. Maybe. Weeks passed. I trained every day, push-ups, sit-ups, runs. Damn, Thompson. You trying to turn into Batman? Another inmate joked. I ignored him. Every drop of sweat was a thought I didn't want to think. Every muscle I built was a piece of me that didn't need her. You've changed, Rye said one night. I had to. No more letters? No more lies. You still thinking about her? Every time I breathe, I admitted. But I'm not waiting anymore, Rye nodded. Good, real good. One day a guard passed by. Thompson, you're glowing, man. Hard work, I said. You going somewhere with it? Yeah, out, Rye grinned. Still got a few years left. I'm not wasting them on her. He clapped me on the back. About time. That night I looked up at the ceiling. No tears, just fire. She smiled while I rotted, I whispered. She forgot me, and I'll never forget that. Aiden, a voice came through the visiting glass. I looked up. My heart skipped. Malik. He nodded, eyes heavy. It's been a minute. No joke. I picked up the phone. Why now? I found something, man. Something bad. What? Elena Vaughn, it wasn't an accident. You didn't just get caught in something. They planned it. My grip tightened. What are you talking about? I was cleaning out my old phone. Found some backups. Text from Elena, screenshots. Screenshots of what? She was texting Vaughn weeks before your arrest. Stuff like, it's almost done. He trusts me. I froze. You serious? I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. She set you up. My voice cracked. She needed me gone. Vaughn couldn't run for office with a scandal hanging over them. You were the easiest fix. I sat back, numb. 5 years? Malik looked down. I didn't know then. I swear. Why didn't you come sooner? I didn't check the backups until last week. I thought you moved on. But when I saw the man, I had to tell you. What did they say exactly? He pulled out a paper. He'll take the fall. He loves me too much to question it. My stomach turned. She knew I'd protect her. She used that love to bury me. I stared through the scratched-up booth window. Why would she do this? Vaughn gave her a life you couldn't. Power, money, status. She destroyed mine, I said quietly. Malik nodded. She did? I clenched the phone tighter. And now she's smiling on red carpets. Like I never even existed. I closed my eyes, feeling that familiar bitterness rise again. I was rotting in a cell while she was out there planning her future. I figured you deserve the truth before you get out, Malik said quietly. My jaw tightened. I used to dream about her face, I murmured. Now I just want it gone. I can print the texts, he offered. You could do something with them. Like what? I asked flatly. The damage is already done. Expose her. No one cares about an ex-con's revenge story, I muttered. Malik leaned closer. Then make them care, I shook my head. Revenge won't give me those years back, he paused. Maybe not, but it might give you peace. I didn't answer. Look, he said, voice softer now. You don't owe them silence. I owed her love, I whispered, and she turned it into a sentence. Malik exhaled slowly. I'll be here when you get out. Thanks. He stood, resting a hand against the glass. Think about what you want, Aiden, not what they took. The guard tapped the window. Time was up. I hung up the phone and stood there for a moment, my hands trembling. Back in my cell, I lay on my bunk staring at the ceiling. She planned it, I whispered. Rye looked over. You good? No. You look like you've seen a ghost. Worse, I said quietly. I saw the truth. I sat up, fists clenched. She didn't just leave me, she buried me. With Vaughn, with lies, with those fake smiles on camera while I faded into concrete walls. But now I had fire. The gate buzzed. I stepped through, squinting into the sunlight for the first time in 5 years. Malik stood there, hands in his pockets. You look the same, bro. I feel different, I muttered. He clapped my back. Come on, I've got the car running. Thanks for everything. He glanced at me. Don't thank me yet, we rode in silence. The city felt colder, harder. You hungry? Not really, he nodded. Cleaned out the spare room. You can crash there, I hesitated. What happened to Mom? Malik's grip tightened on the wheel. You sure you want to know now? Tell me. She passed 2 years ago. Cancer. I looked away. She didn't even get to see me free. She wrote you letters, Malik said softly. Elena blocked them. I turned to him. Elena blocked my mother's letters? He nodded. She made sure no one could reach you. She ruined everything. Malik didn't argue. He just kept driving. When we pulled up to his place, I stood there for a moment. This feels wrong. It's not, he said. You're out. That's what matters, I nodded slowly. Freedom doesn't feel like freedom. It will. The next day, Malik tossed me a set of keys. Tony's expecting you. Garage on 5th, something to get your hands dirty. Better than staring at walls. Tony was a big guy with grease-stained hands. You Malik's guy? He asked, squinting. Yeah. You know your way around an engine? I used to. You'll remember. He tossed me a rag. Start with that Camry. I got to work. The engine coughed like it hadn't been touched in years. Tony came over after a while. Not bad. You've done this before. Long time ago. Keep at it. That night, I sat in Malik's kitchen, arms sore. How was it? He asked. Loud? Dirty? Honest? He grinned. Told you it would help. It's something, I said quietly. Weeks passed. I kept my head down. Fixed cars, saved cash, stayed quiet. But every time I turned a wrench, I thought of Elena, of Vaughn, of the years they stole. One evening, Tony lit a cigarette outside. You got quiet eyes, kid. What's that supposed to mean? Like you're holding a scream you don't want to let out. I didn't respond. You're good with cars, he said, but you're burning. I'm fine. Suit yourself. At home, Malik handed me an envelope. Came for you, I opened it. A letter from the state. Some court nonsense. I sighed, thinking of doing something. Malik asked, like what? Justice? Revenge? I don't know. I think about it every day. Every damn day, I admitted. He leaned forward. Just don't let it eat you. It already has. You're better than that. I'm not sure I am. He looked like he wanted to argue but didn't. Back in my room, I opened the folder Malik had given me, texts, screenshots, her lies. I stared at her words. He'll take the fall, I whispered. Not anymore. Freedom wasn't peace, but it was a start. The phone buzzed at midnight. Unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. Malik appeared in the doorway, rubbing his eyes. Who calls at this hour? No idea. A minute later, voicemail notification. You gonna check it? I hesitated, then pressed play, her voice. Elena's, Aiden, it's me. I know I'm the last person you want to hear from. Please don't go to the press. I need to explain. I'm sorry. I never meant for things to go that far. Please call me, I froze, jaw locked. That was her, wasn't it? Malik asked. Yeah. She's scared. She should be. So, you gonna call her back? No, she wants to talk now after 5 years? She sounds desperate. Good. You sure you don't want closure? He asked. She made her choices. Let her live with them, he nodded slowly. You still think about her? Not the way you think. The voicemail says otherwise. I think about what she cost me. My mom, my freedom, my damn life. Then maybe hearing her out won't change a thing. Silence stretched. He finally said, All right, your call. I want her to panic, I said quietly. I want her to feel what I felt. Let her wonder if I'll go public, you will? Maybe. Just don't let her drag you back in. I won't. You sure? I met his eyes. Yeah, I'm sure. The next day at the garage, I barely spoke. Tony handed me a wrench. You okay? Didn't sleep. Still haunted by the past? She called. The one who set you up? Left a message. What did she say? Not to go to the press. She's sorry, he snorted. Now she's sorry. Exactly. You planning to meet her? No. Smart. When I got home, Malik was sitting on the porch. She called again. What? Left another voicemail. I grabbed my phone. Another message. I hit play. Aiden, please. Just 5 minutes. You don't even have to forgive me. I need you to hear me out. I tossed the phone on the table. Still not gonna respond? Malik asked. She's trying to save herself, not apologize. She said she's sorry. She cried in court too. Didn't mean anything then either. Fair. I'm not falling for it. But you're still listening. I want to hear her squirm. You always this cold? Only when I'm burned. Malik didn't say anything. I'll go for a walk, I said. Don't punch a wall. No promises. I walked past the old diner, the park bench Mom used to sit on. Everything felt smaller. When I got back, Malik was waiting. She emailed too. You read it? No. Your call. I opened my laptop. Subject line, please. I hovered over it. Then shut the screen. Malik watched. You're holding a grenade. She pulled the pin 5 years ago. You planning to throw it? Not yet, he smiled faintly. Let her sweat, huh? She's earned it. But that night lying in bed, I replayed her voice and hated that part of me still wanted to know why. She was already sitting when I walked in. Same cafe we used to visit. Different air now. Heavy. Aiden, she whispered. I sat across from her, silent. The waitress came over. Coffee? Black, I said. Elena nodded. Same. The waitress left. Thank you for coming, Elena said softly. I know I don't deserve it, but I had to see you. I looked at her. Tired eyes, nervous hands. Why now? I was scared, she winced. For 5 years, I didn't know how to fix it. You didn't even try. I wanted to, she whispered. But Vaughn, he was dangerous, I laughed once, cold. So you threw me to the wolves? I was trapped, Aiden. No, I was trapped. You walked free. You don't understand. I understand betrayal just fine. I thought he loved me. I thought, save it. She looked down, tears spilling. He said if I didn't frame you, he'd ruin me, my family. I still made the choice. I said nothing. I'm so sorry. The waitress returned, setting down our coffees. Elena dabbed her eyes. I've lived with this every day. Good. She looked up, surprised. You should feel it, I said. Every damn day. I do. I never stopped thinking about you. That's supposed to help me sleep better? I know I can't undo it, but if this goes public, I'll lose everything. And that's why you're really here. No. Yes, I came to tell you the truth. Too late. She reached for my hand. I didn't move. I was weak, she said. You were strong. You survived. I didn't survive. I changed, she whispered. I see that. I pulled my hand back. What are you going to do? She asked. I haven't decided. I'll cooperate. Anything you need. You want to help? I asked quietly. I want to make it right. You can't. I have money. I don't want your money. She looked away. I'm sorry. That's the second time you've said it. Still means nothing. I deserve this, she whispered. You deserve more. Do you hate me? No, I said after a pause. But I don't care about you anymore. Her voice broke. That's worse. I stood, dropped a 10 on the table. Will you tell them? She asked. I haven't decided. She didn't speak again. I walked out. The sun hit my face. I didn't look back. The suit was too clean for this part of town. He waited outside the garage, holding a folder like it was fragile. You, Aiden? Who's asking? Elena's attorney, Mr. Kaplan. I crossed my arms. You lost or just brave? He didn't smile. I'd like to speak privately. Malik stepped out from behind a car. That a problem? Kaplan glanced between us. No problem, just sensitive matters. I nodded toward the break room. 5 minutes. We went inside. He stayed standing, opened the folder, and slid a document across the table. This is a non-disclosure agreement, he said. I didn't touch it. About what? Elena, the past. The case, everything. I stared at him. She's scared again. He adjusted his tie. Concerned. There's a difference. Right? He cleared his throat. In exchange for your signature, you'll receive a transfer of $500,000 within 24 hours. I laughed. $500,000. To shut up? To move on, he said calmly. Start fresh. She thinks money fixes 5 years. Kaplan remained composed, his face unreadable. It's not an admission. It's a resolution. Resolution for her, I muttered. She's trying, Mr. Cross. I pushed the paper back toward him. Tell her I'm not that cheap. He didn't flinch. Think it over. This offer expires in 72 hours. Then he turned to leave. Malik was standing in the doorway. Everything good? I nodded. Yeah, just nonsense. Kaplan handed him a card. In case he changes his mind. Then he walked out. Malik shut the door and turned to me. What was that? I held up the paper. Silence for sale. How much? 500 grand. Malik let out a low whistle. Damn, I tossed it on the table. Like that makes it okay. Didn't say that, Malik replied. But that kind of money could change everything. She ruined my life, I said quietly, and they're offering to fund the rebuild. I sat down. Feels dirty, he sat across from me. What's your plan? Go public? Drag her name through the mud? If that's justice, maybe. You think the world will care? Malik asked. They'll read it, forget it, move on. I won't, exactly. You'll still carry it, with or without their sympathy. I looked at the contract. So I take the money and disappear. No, Malik said. You take the money and live. Start something real. A garage, a business, a life. I tapped the table. She walks away clean. Not clean, he said. Scared, controlled, watching every word for the rest of her life. I leaned back. So silence is the real revenge? He shrugged. Maybe peace is. I stared at the ceiling. Feels like selling my soul. Or buying it back. I didn't speak after that. Just kept looking at that damn paper. Are you sure about this? The journalist asked later, her eyes locked on mine. I slid the folder across the table. Everything's in there. Texts, call logs, emails. She opened it slowly. You're handing me a career-defining story. No, I said. I'm handing you the truth. She flipped through a few pages. Vaughn and Elena. This is explosive. Good. Why now? I looked out the cafe window. Because I've been silent long enough, she nodded. I'll need to verify everything, but if this holds, it holds. She met my eyes. You're ready for the storm? I lived in one for 5 years, I said. This time I'm the thunder. She closed the folder. You won't be anonymous once this goes live. I don't want to be. A beat passed. Thank you, she said softly. I stood. Don't thank me. Just write it right. 1 week later, the headlines screamed, Senator Vaughn implicated in drug frame-up scandal. Exonerated man speaks out after 5 years of silence. Elena Hart and political ties under fire. Malik slapped the newspaper on the counter. You did it, man. I stared at the photo. Elena shielding her face from the press, Vaughn behind her, grim and silent. She looks scared to you? I asked. She looks finished, he said. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I didn't need to guess. Malik raised an eyebrow. You gonna answer? I let it ring, then silenced it. He grinned. That's what winning sounds like? I exhaled. Felt louder in my head. You expected fireworks? No, just peace. He handed me a cup of coffee. This close enough? I smirked. It'll do. I'm here, Mom, I whispered, kneeling by the grave. It's done. The grass swayed gently, sunlight warming the back of my neck. She can't hurt anyone else, not me. Not anyone. I brushed some dust off her name. I know I should have come sooner. I just wasn't ready. The silence didn't press down on me anymore. It lifted me. I kept waiting for the right moment, I said. Truth is, I was scared. Not of her, of what I'd become. I closed my eyes. But I think you'd be proud. I didn't break. A breeze rolled through the cemetery trees. I felt her in it. I miss you, I whispered. Every single day. Footsteps crunched behind me. You good? Malik asked, hands in his pockets. I stood slowly. Yeah, for the first time in a long time. She'd be proud, he said. I hope so. He looked at the headstone. She had your fire. She had more peace than I ever did. Maybe you found a little now, he said gently. I nodded. Maybe I did. You ready to go? He asked. I looked up at the sky. Not just yet. He gave me space, stepping back. I'm free now, Mom, I whispered. Not just from prison and from her. From all of it. The sky stretched wide, blue and endless. I took one last breath. Thank you for giving me something to come back to. Then I turned. Malik was waiting, calm as ever. I smiled. Let's go home.